Hey everyone, my name is Stuart. I am the co-founder of Meetball. Meetball is a startup anyone can join. We now have more than 100 people from all over the world contributing to building what might just be the future of social networks for good, for making people come together around shared purposes. So I want to tell you a little bit about the story of the project, how it was born, and why it's so magical, how we have all these people coming together building it, even though we raised zero so far, and what's next for you if you're interested in contributing. So the project was born a few months ago. I was sitting at a conference. I needed to find a designer and a marketer for another project. And I felt like if I could broadcast exactly what I'm looking for and also a bit about me and my mission, I probably can attract people that are connected to what I'm trying to build. And I couldn't find a solution. So I said, does anybody feel the same? Does anybody want to help me build it? And I was shocked when in a few hours, hundreds of people replied saying, man, I need the same, let's do it. And so in 24 hours, with more than 100 strangers, we put together a prototype that was fully functioning. We launched it, people started using it at the event, and it was a great success. We made headlines, we started to get interviews, we were invited to a pitch night, and when I said, let's raise $1 million in 24 hours, people thought it was impossible, but in a few hours, we had people already willing to back us. So the story was like incredible. And it was only a side gig for me and for the other guys that came together. So I went back to build my other project. And this stayed with me, the power of the mission and the people that came. Something magical was happening. So I decided a few months ago, or in February, to put everything aside and to make this happen for real. Now, why is this so special? What's the big idea here? I am a serial founder. I've built startups before, and for years I was writing a book and researching how can I build a startup that kind of changes the paradigm. How can I build a startup that's more human-centered, where people can be 100% of who they are beyond the roles that they play, where people can have the same drive and motivation that any founder feels. And the solution became very clear. The mission has to serve everybody's goals, not just the founder. So it's very important to make sure you understand how all the people are coming together, what are they trying to get to in life. We go through a journey, all of us. And the second is, how do I leave the door open so that all the people that hear about what I'm doing can actually say, hey, I can help, and how do I reward them? How do I share value with them? So I developed a system, and that's what I've been using for this project, and that's what I'm going to tell you about. Now, the problem we are solving with Meetball is a problem many of you probably have felt before. You enter a conference, you enter a room for the first time, you are surrounded by people that are there for the same reason as you. They share the same interests, the same passion, and yet it's so hard to make that meaningful connection. Especially the people with a bit of social anxiety, or the introverts, the guys that sit down waiting for the event to start. They are craving to make a meaningful connection, yet 70% report going home feeling they didn't make a single one good connection. And there are people, they're all there. It's just a matter of how do you find them. So we started exploring ideas, how do we solve it? And we have been experimenting lots of different iterations. This is one of them. The basic idea is that you ask for help, you express what's on your mind, what you need help with, and the people there at the event, they can say, me too, I have the same problem. Or they can say, I can help. And then you connect with people that have a mutual interest. And the magic that happens there, it's incredible. What you see on screen is just one of the iterations. We have a lot going on the product right now. Now, why what we're building is so special? First of all, the product, the people that came together, they really feel and understand the problem. So this is total user-centered design, because not only we are going to events every single day talking to users, we ourselves are users. If you're on this call, if you're watching this video, maybe it's because you yourself felt the problem and you're attracted by what we are building. The traction, the feedback we get from users, we discovered a number of, let's call them secrets, the social dynamics that we uncovered in terms of what makes people really resonate with what we're building. It's pretty magical. And the team that's coming together, you're going to hear me say a lot, but you're going to experience it if you join. Like, you cannot hire these people in a startup. You cannot. These are people that are choosing to join projects because they believe what they are doing makes sense. So I've never worked with such a talented group of people. Like, it's an A team for sure. Now, the contributor journey for you, if you are thinking of joining, you start a kind of like curious observer. You heard about it, you want to know what's going on. Then you become a contributor. Contributor means you're actually a part of the team that's building it. We have different kind of people. We have supporters that are busy with their life, really successful people. They say, I love what you're building. I cannot really be full-time on this, but no, call me if you have a specific need. I can help with this or that. Call me when you're ready. And we have a lot of those guys, amazing. And then we have more entrepreneurial people who are really craving to build a startup and to be involved. This kind of entrepreneurial energy is what you need to build a startup, because the opportunity moves at its own pace, doesn't wait for us. The roles in the startup will emerge dynamically. I don't choose leaders. I let the door wide open. Anyone, if you see something not quite right in how this project operates, you have the power to come and contribute, kind of like in open source software applied to the entire organization, okay? Anyone can see what we're doing. We build a lot of it in the open and contribute. And we make space for anybody to join, and I make space for anyone to be my co-founder, because I don't want to be a solo founder. I've done it before. It's so much more fun to build with people that share the journey, share the burden when things are really heavy, which they do at some point. It's so important to have people around that are aligned in the mission and pushing together. In terms of how you join, number one, send me a message. We have a phone call. We talk a little bit. I tell you more about me. You tell me about you. We kind of get a sense of how does the mission sort of resonate with you. What are you trying to get out of it? Because I'm trying to find that mission alignment. That's the central piece on this project. It's much more than what you can do. It's more about what are you interested in and what do you believe you can do. Okay? Now, you don't have to sign a confidentiality agreement to see what's happening on the project. We're building in public a bunch of it. But if you really want to get your hands dirty, we ask for an NDA. The reason why we ask for an NDA is that it's more than an NDA. We need to make sure the intellectual property and the confidentiality stays with the project, because we have a bunch of people that are hoping this becomes a valuable business. The potential is huge, and we need to make sure we keep it within the project. It will destroy the value if we don't do that. So if you sign NDA, you get access to the private rooms where all the building happens. Everything is done in the open. Once you're in those rooms, if you're an engineer, you get to join any calls you want, product, design, whatever. And the beauty is, because we're all potential users of the product, we all get to have a broader understanding than you have in traditional organizations. And then the next phase, after you've been contributing for a while, is if we need to put more commitment, to actually have clarity on how much time can you put on the project and what you get out of it, okay? Now, what's in it for you? This is important because we did not raise any money yet. So there's nothing guaranteed, not even a salary. Right now, we have investors ready to back us. I'm trying to stretch the limit of what you can do with a mission-driven team, because I want to prove that we can ship the app at its full scale with the power of the mission. That's like what's happening right now is magical. We are very close, and that's kind of the push we need to give through the next few days. Being a startup means there is no guarantees. It might totally go belly up. Now, the beauty is, for me personally, and for you if you join, actually that's not quite true, because I'm working with amazing people. I'm learning a lot, and I can do something incredible with those guys no matter what. The project we're building, however, is pretty amazing. We have such an opportunity in our hands right now that if we don't fuck it up, which is hard because we have an amazing team, I think we're going to do something magical. And it's not only magical because of the scale of the project, it's also magical because of the impact it has. It uncovers a new social dynamic, people connected through shared purpose, like really love to help one another. Like it's a totally different dynamic. You have to experience it. The way we work as a team, the way the project was built is actually the same way. We ask for help, people join us. So basically, this company itself is the MVP. And once you join as a contributor, it's your first step to be a team. We're always going to do it this way. We're always going to leave the door open for people to help us, even when we are a bigger company. Right now, I keep a gratitude ledger. Every month, I kind of look at who helped me do what, and I have a kind of system where it allows me to keep track, so in the future, I might be able to go back with gratitude points, let's call it this way. Nothing guaranteed, because we're still designing the system, legal, tax, whatever. But as we enter the more advanced phase of the project, this will all translate into a proper dynamic equity model based kind of like on a slicing pie model, where everybody has a value in the work they do, and they get to share by taking a part of that in cash when we raise money and we can pay, and a part of it in equity from the equity pool, okay? I'm going to make a separate video explaining all of this stuff anyway. And what's next? If you are not in contact with me already on LinkedIn, reach out, send me an introduction, let me know who you are, what's your interest. This is my QR code if you want to connect with me. Go and check the website of Meetball. We achieved all of this. We don't even have a website. We have a simple waitlist right now online. So that's the magic of this project. Like, we have all these people contributing, whatever. So yeah, thank you for watching this. It's my first Loom video, so it's probably a bit rough around the edges or more, but hopefully it's gonna get better. Bye-bye.